My name is Ahmed Moumine. This is Impact Voices. My name is Ahmed Moumine. I'm an environmental activist and the founder of ThinkGreen, an environmental organization that assembles so many youths from different horizons to have one objective, which is to protect the environment. And it's a non-governmental, non-profit organization. Impact is a positive change over a long period of time. Simply a positive change, maybe on an individual aspect or in a community aspect. And with ThinkGreen, we do a lot of activism, a lot of sensitization, and we do the action. And also, on an individual level, what we do with this plastic is that we try to repurpose this plastic. And recently we engaged in a project, bottlesbricks.com, where we use these plastic bottles and build outhouses, classrooms, buildings for communities that desperately need them. Okay, with ThinkGreen, we started in 2019. And before 2019, I was already in activism with different groups, but I thought that I could give more. With these groups where I was with, the implication was not to the top. So I thought that I can do more. So with some friends, we started ThinkGreen in 2019. In 2019, we were 4 of us, and today we have a group of over 100 people. Last year, we had a project we called Zero Plastic at Moon Coast, where we went to 4 different towns, different schools, trying to engage the children into the fight against plastic pollution. And we had an engagement of more than 5,000 youths with 50 tons of plastic waste collected and repurposed. With the Bottles to Brick, this is really an inspiring project because it's a project that has really helped us to touch the community. We have been collecting bottles for years, and honestly, we did practically nothing with these bottles, apart from the Eco Christmas trees we developed in December. But we felt ourselves that we do the Eco Christmas trees in December. What about the rest of the year? What impact can we do in the rest of the year? So, with the help of a German engineer, Andreas Voss, who with this experience of over 20 years and he's been in over 30 countries, we invited him in Cameroon so that he can teach and form some people that can continue this work. And with these Bottles to Bricks, I precise 2 bricks because the bottlesbricks.com, where you have all the information about the project. We started in Balmayo, and in Balmayo we built a water tank. You know, what we are trying to do is we look for a problem and we look for a solution, trying to reduce a problem to solve another problem. Like for the Bottles to Bricks, it entails to take bottles, fill it with soil or waste, and build beautiful structures. Like in Balmayo, where do we get the soil or the sand? We don't go to the rivers to get the sand. Most of the time we get it on roads or houses where it's a waste. When they consider it as waste, we use these plastics, sieve it, and fill it in bottles, where we can build so many beautiful structures, water tanks, toilets. And these toilets are always for communities that really have a problem of toilet, because most of the time you get to a community where they defecate in the bush, they urine everywhere. So we try to give them an appropriate area where they can release all the stuff, the matter. My mom is a journalist. The first impact I always say is from my mom, because my mom had to transform to a regular journalist to an environmental journalist. So this is where I felt that it started at home. And we have a group of youth, very determined in different towns. You will not forcefully see me in ThinkGreen, because at first, maybe when they say ThinkGreen, it relates to me. But now when you see ThinkGreen, you see so many faces. And this is, for me, an achievement. I've made people to embark on a journey, and most of them on a volunteering journey. No, they don't know if we are going to reach, but they believe that we are getting there. The advice I will give somebody who wants to create impact is, the first thing is be positive, because everything goes around positivity. If you are not positive, you cannot think more than others. And that is the second point, think more than others, where people stop, think to go beyond it. And once you go beyond it, you are not more a regular person in the society. Because if you think like everybody in the society, we are going to continue doing what we are doing. Like, for example, with these Bottles to Bricks that I'm saying, this is also a way to fight cement, because buildings that we do, we don't use cement, and we know cement, the cement factory contributes 9% of global emission. Build trust, because if you don't have trust, if people don't trust you, they cannot follow you. And when you have trust, it means you need to have a good image. You need to represent what you are advocating for.